Sometimes it's hard to find a reason why, when everything is falling and all that's left to do is try your best to keep holding on to the next sunrise. But you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. Sometimes a mountain means it's time to climb higher than you've been before. So hold on tight and close your eyes. You'll make it faster than you know, closer to the sunrise. 'Cause you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. Where the light is found. Where the light is found. Where the light is found. Just look inside where light is found. You're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. You're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found.
I think I did everything right this time. We were wondering if I would remember to unmute myself, and I think I did. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Wednesday show of Happy Thoughts with Claudette. My name is Claudette. I'm Claudette Huber, and I own a shop located in downtown Dawson Creek, British Columbia, called Happy on Main Metaphysical Center. And yeah, the show was just born out of wanting to connect with everybody that shops at the store and those that aren't able to shop at the store because distance keeps us apart. And for anyone else who's looking for, bye guys, great elevated conversation, real conversation. Disclaimer, I may drop the fuck bomb from time to time, but we're real here and we're all welcoming. So let me get into my comment section so I can see, and I do read my comments, so please engage in there. I will see you and I will include you when I think of it, because sometimes I do get on a tangent and start talking about stuff. Jeremy, welcome Jeremy. Hi Shannon. There's my people. It's Jeremy. Okay, and Shannon, we just had a wonderful birthday party with Shannon. That was so much fun. She was the princess of the night. So I have so much to talk about today. Today we've got a strawberry moon. Yeah. And every time I hear the word strawberry moon, I think of strawberry wine. I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that feel the same way I do. I start singing the song into my head. So yeah, today the weather was pretty decent, actually. It wasn't too hot and it wasn't too cold. It is starting to die because it's kind of cool now that I have my, like, we give the weather every Wednesday. I get to start seeing like a trend here. And yeah, we are going back to like what the weather was like at the end of April. So our highest today was 19 degrees Celsius. So it's not that warm. Definitely it's starting to cool off, and I'm being told, and I mean the forecast shows it, it looks like we're going to be getting a lot of rain. We're going to be getting like 3 or 4 days worth of rain, and God knows, Goddess knows we need it. So I think everybody's rain dances are starting to pay off, because now we're looking at 3-4 days in a row of rain. So I'm going to think positive thoughts, as I'm sure all of you are thinking positive thoughts. I know particularly in our community, we've got a lot of neighboring communities that are struggling with fire safety right now. We just received another notice of another community not far from us, just across the Alberta border, in an old neighborhood of mine, where it's close by Moonshine Lake. Yeah. Hi there, Blake. Yeah, so we've got an evacuation notice for them. And so, yeah, my heart goes out to everybody. Kelly Lake has been, struggling on the other side, and again on the Alberta side mostly, but it is affecting some people in the BC side. So we are kind of getting hit by both sides here, and we can tell because the skies are pretty orange and bleak here. Hi, Fawn. She made it. Hey, by the way, I will mention this later, but Fawn is actually coming next week, you guys, to do the rune readings. That was so much fun, Fawn. And I like her little icon. She's got a green circle beside her name. A little different. She's being incognito. You can't see her. It's just the letter F there. Oh, but that's maybe because she's on YouTube. That could be how it works there, right? Because everybody else is on Facebook that I can see over here. Guys, I'm trying to get Instagram. Instagram again wouldn't connect. Let me see if I go over here. It's like I gotta wake it up or something. I wonder if I refresh. And create live. Yeah, it wants me to jump through everything all over again. I can't do that. So let's get out of here. Here we go. We'll figure it out. Yeah, there's Fawn saying she can't wait to see everybody. So we're looking forward to some rain, doing the rain dance. Wow, wow. All right. Today's show is called Abracadabra. And for those of you joining us for the first time, what we do is to determine the title of our show as we pull a card out of the Dream Song deck. This is a beautiful deck. Angi Sullins is the poet, and artwork is Marta Orlowska. There we go. And I'm going to, just because I've got this here, there we go. And I don't need to be so big here, so let's do that. This is the deck. I mean, you can find it on Amazon. You can sometimes find it at our shop, depending if I got enough in, because I tell you, when I get them in, they go just as quick. But you can let me know, and I could order one in for you. The Dream Song Oracle. I absolutely love it. And it's interesting because the last few weeks, the cards have really been talking to me, haven't they, guys? It's been like almost like they were messages for me. And that's kind of interesting to pull this one called Abracadabra. Let me just go into here, and we're going to go back to single person, and let's remove for just a sec. Yeah, so here is the image for our card this week. Abracadabra. Wow. Her thoughts are taking flight. Sounds like her thoughts. And look at the lighthouse there, a beacon inside of her thoughts, sending out a beacon. I like that idea. It's like her thoughts are sending out a beacon of information out to the universe. Her thoughts have changed. She's in the flux of a lot of emotional change. The birds are there, lots of different messages coming in and out. And her head is literally in the clouds because she's not sure where she's going. But she has taken flight, and there's a beacon, a message going for it saying, watch out, here I come. That's my interpretation. We'll find out what it means. So I'm going to get the book out. Abracadabra. I like it when they have the ribbon, right? You can just gently lift it out. You don't have to sit and pry. And this one's got that nice magnet there. I better lay it down. We've gone through quite a few cards. It makes a sound now. So this is card 26. Here we go. 26. Abracadabra. Say it with me. Abracadabra. The word has been associated with hocus pocus, sleight of hand, trickery. But it's so much more. It's an Aramaic word meaning I create as I speak. Oh yes, I think I even wrote this in my journal once. This is the time to believe in your vision and honor the power of that light source. Draw close to wonder. Embrace possibilities. Your dreams ache for a way into the world. You are their lighthouse, delivering them from etheric waves into the harbor of reality. Oh, this is really good. It's like making your thoughts into reality. Let yourself be their ally. Hold on to the truth behind all manifestations. Seeing is not believing. Believing is seeing. Oh boy. Seeing is not believing. Believing is seeing. Believing in the magic helps manifest it into the material realm of your life. I'm a little bit like pulled into everything that this is talking about. It's very interesting. I wonder what you guys are thinking about it. Hey, Michelle, you made it. For me, I feel like I'm afloat in the sea. I'm the boat. I feel like I'm still the boat in the background of that picture. I don't know where I'm going or what my dreams are. I do, I guess, have some idea. But for some of you, and for me, I know this is for me as well, we can manifest our thoughts into actually becoming the truth, right? Becoming reality. So, something to think about. I really do feel like there's infinite possibilities to what we can create just by our thoughts, because our thoughts, I believe, put out energetic intention out into the universe, and then the universe picks that up. Because I believe it's all alive, so we're all part of that web. And so when we put out that little synopsis of energy saying, I want this or I am this, they pick that up and then it feeds it throughout and it makes it happen. So I kind of think that that's part of what they're saying there. Draw close to wonder, embrace possibilities. Your dreams ache for a way into the world. So for those of you who have dreams yet to fulfill, journaling works wonders. Write it. The power of words on paper are incredible. Yes. Shannon says words are spells. And that came for me as a reminder to be careful what I say about myself. Oh my goodness, Shannon, I have been on that same route about being careful what I say about me. And you know, some of the customers that come into the shop lately, that's been our conversation as well. We've been talking about changing the script in our minds about what we're saying to ourselves, you know, like when we're disappointed with how we've reacted or what we've said, we can just so quickly like cut ourselves short and be so mean to ourselves inside our minds. And so I've been really trying to be cognizant of turning that script around and just turning it into a real nice positive. I just go, what's the opposite of that? And it's pretty interesting what it feels like when you feed yourself the opposite of what you just cut yourself short saying in your mind. And so that's an exercise. It's like a muscle. You have to keep trying to do it. Catch yourself. The more you catch yourself, the more you're going to flip the switch, like the script in your mind. And I believe that eventually that's something that you won't be doing as harshly because you'll be aware of the power of words. So today, that was our episode 16. Today's our episode 16. So we've had 16 shows. Good on us. High five. Oh, what have I got going on? Let me see what else I need to say. Oh, do you want to know what happened? Okay, so Christopher's already gone. He's gone home, but he always comes to help me out, get ready, and make sure all the wires are hooked the right way. And I was typing in the description for the show. And so I was starting to type out, I did like a sentence. And then I was pondering and thinking, because nothing was really flowing after that one sentence. And then I'm looking at Christopher and I'm like, yeah, it's not feeling right. And his eyes got all big. And I kid you not, the whole sentence I typed went delete. Like, we watched the cursor just take away all the letters on that first line. And Christopher almost lost his... I said, see, Christopher, I'm not kidding you, right? Stuff happens in this room. And then my husband, when he came in to check on us, we told him what happened. He's like, but you're on your Apple. That shouldn't happen on your Apple. And I'm like, things happen in this room. This room is crazy. So without further ado, we should introduce Grace Walsh. She's our spirit moderator. So Grace, thank you for deleting that first sentence. Obviously, it wasn't meant to be. I had a different thought process, but going for the description for tonight's show, but she did not want that in there, or she allowed somebody else to take out those words. So we don't have that, and we thank you, Grace. She looks after all of the happy spirits in the room, or the over-enthusiastic ones, to make sure that they behave while we're having our show right now, because this place is hopping. And most people, when they walk in, they will make note that they see things or like they're aware this place is, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I think it's wonderful to have company like that. I hope I said hi, Blake, because I see you there. Okay, so what have we got next on our list? We said Grace Walsh, the weather, we've done our card, we have no guest. So I think I want to talk about some things now. It's my turn to just bring up whatever I want to talk about. So I'm going to put that there. This is not quite time for that. I wanted to talk about the strawberry moon. Now, I'm not here to talk down to you and tell you that I know all about the strawberry moon, but I think it is important to note that that's what today is, officially the full moon, and it will be completely full at 12:44 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So that's pretty interesting. Excuse me, I learned, so when I was doing some research on it, it was interesting because it said 3:44 a.m. EDT, and I was like, EDT, wow, what is that? I'm going to over here to my banners because I'd never heard of that. Or if I did, it just kind of went over my head. EDT, I didn't quite understand what that was about. I'm looking here so we can have this one. Strawberry moon pairs well with strawberry wine. I just can't get strawberry wine out of my head. So, today is the strawberry moon. Now, depending on what part of the world you are, apparently that's a good time to harvest your strawberries. Maybe somewhere in Australia or something, but definitely not here. Our strawberries, I don't even think they've flowered yet. So Christopher and I were looking at each other going, yeah, Eastern Daylight Time, Shan. I had never heard that term before, so that was new to me. EDT, Eastern Daylight Time. So some cool things about this particular strawberry moon. It is, for those people that are in the UK, I have learned that it only happens every 18 years. The moon will be in the lowest position in the sky. So that they say, like, when you aren't gazing up at it, it feels like it's like right there in line with you. It must be quite spectacular, especially if you have like good clear skies, that would be something really cool to witness. They call it a lunar standstill, so that was worth note. For those that are in the United Kingdom, that'll be super cool. Speaking of United Kingdom, someone special is going to be going into that area. I hope that she'll come back and report to us and tell us all about her wonderful escapades and adventures. I think that's all I wanted to say about the strawberry moon. I don't know even if we're going to be able to see it. I haven't looked outside too much here to see how much like socked in the smoke is from all the smoke fires, whether or not we'll be able to see the moon. But it is a strawberry full moon, and there's a lot of cool stuff about that full moon. And it's odd enough, I made these comments. Oh, Fawn's, okay, I didn't want to say who was going to the UK, but it's Fawn. So Fawn's just said in the chat, I sure will share. Okay, awesome. Good, I'm glad. Because she's coming on next week. So, and then after that, she's off on her travels, and we'll see her the next time on the show in July. I can't even believe I'm saying July. So, June, we're talking about the strawberry moon. And I want to talk to you about something that's really cool, coincidence, which I love. Spirit like looks after stuff, right? Our guides. So I have this habit like that I've formed that I will write down things in my notes on my iPhone for things that I want to talk about on the show later. And so Christopher and I were getting ready tonight, and I said, oh, I want to check my notes. I know I put some stuff in there I want to talk about on the show. And sure enough, I pull it out and I read about, I had written this line, Moonstone, it's the dream quartz. It makes your dreams come true. I had just gotten this inspiration. I was holding a moonstone at home and just working with it and holding it in my hand. And that's what came to me. And it just was a really powerful, just message to me about moonstone, and I thought I'm going to share this with people. Like, I feel like this is a strong message from moonstone and the energy that it's giving off. And then I did some research. I mean, I do have a crystal shop, right? So yes, I'm aware of like the regular meanings for moonstone, but I found it really interesting that there is an element of making your dreams come true with the moonstone, which I found was really cool. So, what does moonstone look like? Let's go into here. I'm going to take this one off, and I want to put this one on for you guys. Look at that. I call it the dream quartz. That's what they told me to call it, the dream quartz. But it's also known as the lover's stone, which is super cool. And I think it's really neat. I just putting Cliff Note versions of the things that I learned about moonstone when I really did a deep dive. And I feel like this would be a good time. I went throughout the store to grab some examples of moonstone. This has some real flecks of blue in it. You can actually see that. That's beautiful. So moonstone has like a opalite kind of glaze to it. Like it's quite beautiful. And you'll see the black in it. It's pretty neat. So this is a sphere we have at the shop of moonstone, and I thought because it's a larger piece you'll get to see it and really enjoy that. All my rings are moonstone. Yeah, I'm sure they are, Michelle. I feel like if I picture your hand in my mind, that yes, they all are. Moonstone is powerful feminine energy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've got some cool stories about moonstone. I've had a few people over the years come in that were having trouble conceiving. And so I gave them this instruction. I said, get your moonstone bracelet, put it in a bowl of salt, and just let it sit there overnight. This just cleanses it, purifies your crystal. And then I said, dispose of your salt And then before you put that moonstone bracelet on, you're going to hold it and pour your intentions into it. What is it that you want? And start wearing it. And I'll tell you what, I had some new mommies coming through the door telling me that moonstone bracelet did it. I'm pregnant. I'm having a baby. So yeah, I was like, wow, that's amazing. So I'm so excited. So anyone who's struggling with fertility or conceiving, which ideally, this is again, the moonstone is the conception childbirth making stone. I am woozing right now. So anyone who's looking or knows a friend that's having trouble conceiving, especially tonight or tomorrow night, super great timing that we're doing this show. Like I said, Spirit knew that today was a show to talk about moonstone, because with the moonstone, it loves to be charged on a full moon. I didn't know that or put that two together either. So this is the night. If you have a piece of moonstone and you would like to help a friend out, this is the time to go pick a special piece out. Let it imbue all of that energy and let it get revitalized by that full moon strawberry energy. And then gift that stone to your friend. If you are someone who's looking to have a child, like to conceive, then I would suggest that you do this yourself. Grab a moonstone out of your bowl. I'm sure when you go to the crystal shop, you pick your crystals with intent, right? You're like looking through them all, just like my bowl here. I have a whole bowl of crystals. And so when we go through them, we're like, oh, and you look at them, you try to find just that right perfect one. So you already have the perfect one, okay? You have it. It needs just a little bit of love from the moon, and I want you to just think about it. Think about what you're asking for and let the moon imbue its energy and revitalize that moonstone, and then carry that with you. And I would say that beauty in your bra. Keep it very close to you. And they say to wear it right through till the next full moon. So that's what I would do. Now, on another cool topic about moonstone, which I did not realize, it's considered like the lover's stone. So, are you looking for love? Because have I got a thing for you to try out? Crazy. I had trouble conceiving my second child. That's when the moonstone obsession started. Michelle, it's no coincidence, right? Nothing's a coincidence in this life. I love that you just confirmed that as well. So, moonstone is thought to be the lover stone. And right now, again, great timing, guys. It's a full moon. So they say the old lore is to take your moonstone and go out underneath the full moon, holding on to your moonstone. Let the moon imbue its energy into it, but you are envisioning, maybe you have that person already in mind that you want them to reciprocate, or you're hoping that they're going to notice you. You can try and use that moonstone under the moonlight and envision what that looks like if that person all of a sudden was giving you back the love that you're so much desiring to give them. So I want you to just imagine what that looks like and how that would look like. What would that person look like giving you back that love? That's what they say to do in the old lore. And you hold it and you envision that love. Hang on to it. And after that, after the night of it, you don't want to let go of that stone. You're going to continue to put your love into it, and you're envisioning what that looks like to be loved. Now, if you don't have someone in particular, I totally feel like you could just envision what would it look like to be in a loving relationship where someone is equally invested in you as you would like to be invested in someone else, to have that companionship. So think about that. And guys, disclaimer I just got, be very specific the kind of partner you want. because you don't want to attract the wrong person into your life, right? So someone that is for your highest and best good. I'd love for you to repeat those words, highest and best good for you, right? So that the right person comes your way, not somebody who's just, being sent your way, because that can happen. I've seen lots of women come in through the door, or men, and they're like, oh my gosh, have I got a story for you. Be very careful when you're doing anything to do with love to attract it to you. So then they say, carry that stone for the next 30 days, like until the next full moon. So that stone will stay with you. I don't think it necessarily has to be just a tumbled stone. You could have a bracelet, if you wear a moonstone ring, but just make sure it's almost like you're creating a talisman, right? So if it's the ring, you're just going to be like holding that ring up to the moon, envisioning what you want. Whatever it is, maybe you just subtly want to wear a couple of little moonstone earrings, then that's what you're going to do. You're going to put those earrings in your hand, imbue them, get them full of that good mojo from the moon, let the moon energize them, purify them, and put that intention in, and then you'll need to wear them for 30 days. So yes, so anyone wanting to bear a child is looking for pregnancy, and guess what? This doesn't mean that you're literally birthing the child from you. You could also be bringing in a child through adoption. Maybe you're trying to be the next person on the call list for a child. You've been waiting for a child, someone that you can give them a good home and a good life. Do it. Use that moonstone and bring it in. So I think it's pretty cool. I learned that the ancient Romans thought that this moonstone was actually a chunk of the moon. Back in the day. Let's see. You can see like there's blue flashing in there. It's absolutely beautiful. We have some larger chunks that we keep behind a cabinet. So stunning. Yeah, there's flashes in there. I was looking through our stock and I don't have a whole lot. Sorry, my nose is super itchy. We've got a beautiful bracelet and it's just got one little stud right there. These are getting quite popular. The smaller size bead like this, the 6 mil. And the 4 mil, people love that. You can just see there's like slight little black specks in it. So this is a moonstone bracelet. And guess what? There's peach moonstone. Wow, look at that. So if I hold this one here, and then I show you this one, isn't that interesting? So we've got peach here, and this is the rainbow. Each one doing a slightly different thing. They share a lot of the same attributes, but they do a little bit slightly different thing. And this one is black moonstone. Whoa, super cool. Let me grab a few other ones. I was trying to pick the darkest ones that we have in our tumbled stone bin. This is a beautiful one. I'm just trying to get my fingers out of there so you can see there's flash on it. Black moonstone, super fascinating, super fascinating. And with the moonstone and any stone, when there's variations, I feel like, yes, there is a different quality to them, but I always feel like there's a lot of different types of personalities and people. So you're going to resonate with your own special type of moonstone. That's what I believe. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hey, Fawn. I know, B, they're beautiful. And then like some black has this like the peach running through it. So you can see that. It's really neat. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Dave said before I started the show, well, is there a strawberry moonstone? Not that I know of. But honestly, the books are thick and big, like big tomes when it comes to how many crystals there are. So maybe there is a strawberry moonstone and I just didn't come across it in my studies. Oh, that's your favorite, Serena. Well, you and Michelle are in good company with each other because Michelle says all her rings that she wears are moonstone. And speaking of rings, I thought it would be fun to bring some up here. So I did. I even brought this beautiful, because I thought my fingernails aren't painted. So I want to see if we can do something like this. And I can show you the hand mannequin. So yeah, there's the moonstone. Look at the flash in there. These are beautiful. For those that came to the expo, this is an expo ring. This is my Vish guy, my stone jeweler supplier. So you know, he's such a wonderful man and he has such high quality crystals. So that's one of his moonstone crystal rings there. I've got all kinds of styles. I've got some that are very simple. Some people like an understated ring. And you see that little black speck there? Isn't that just darling? We've got that one. Then we have this wider band, which I think is cool too. That's a super interesting one with the moonstone, and it's got a nice glow there too, doesn't it? Yeah, I can see the flash in there. Then we have, I thought this was fitting. I thought I will show you guys this one because it's got like the moon on each side. So it's like the moonstone is the main moon, and then you've got your ebbing moon and your waxing moon, right? So that's pretty cool. And we've got square rings. I have a lot of moonstone rings because it, as you can imagine, is quite popular. We've got this one. There's that blue flash happening, a nice square one. Some people love the square rings. And then just finally this one because it's kind of cool. It's like got a crescent moon above it. And then the moonstone like a teardrop coming down. So that's pretty cool too. Lots of beautiful rings. They're all sterling silver there. And yeah, lots of fun. So I wanted to make sure I don't lose anything that I wanted to talk about. Oh, guess what else I learned? I knew this, but you know, you forget. My God, there's so many stones to think about. There is, yes. I'm sorry, Michelle, if I've tempted you, right? Oh, I'm just gonna, the crescent moon one, save for me. I know that's a stunning one, Michelle. I'll put it aside for you. It's stunning. Did you know that if you are traveling overseas, over water, like maybe you're going on a cruise, moonstone is a stone for you. It goes back a long time. People would wear moonstone for safe passage over water. So that's something to keep in mind if you're going to be going on some kind of fun trip or you're going on a boat. Maybe you're nervous and someone's invited you out on the water. Oh my goodness, you'd think there's dandelion fuzz in here right now, the way I'm rubbing my nose. Moonstone is a good stone to bring on. Bring to wear, to put on, put it out. You could just wear it as a bracelet. I didn't bring them, but you can get those cords, right, that nobody even would know you've got really something on. They're like a black cord, and they have a spiral cage. I'll have to remember to show you. I'm sure most of you have seen them. And then all you do is you pop a stone inside, and it's a spring-loaded kind of coil, and you just kind of pry it open and pop your stone in there, and it carries it. So you just tuck that in there, and nobody even knows what you've got. You can make your own mojo every day. They're very empowering to have like a black cord with the cage, and then you can put whatever you want in it. So yeah, just wanted to talk about moonstone because it's the full moon, and that'd be a great time for you to take your moonstone out because it will help it become energized. It energizes. Most of the time we're taking our crystals out to be cleansed and purified, but not only does it do that, on a full moon for your moonstone, it energizes it back. So that's super cool. Okay, so I think we've got everybody. I'm gonna put my mannequin hand back here. Okay, what are we at sitting here? Oh, I can't. So 8:10. Sorry, I'm giggling because my eyesight isn't that great, so I'm trying to eyeball the clock. I I wanted to talk about some fun stuff. I was thinking, like, you know how we all spend time on the internet, we're looking at things, and I wanted to show you something just adorable. So this is something that just captivated my interest, and I just love it. It's so cute. Let me just do, I'm just typing in my, oh, I'm not in the right spot. I have to go under my profile to do this. Okay, frog and toad. Frog and toad knitting. Here we go. I wanted to show you guys this because I think you'll really like it. So we're going to go to present, and I'm going to share screen. Share screen. We're going to this one. Here we go. Now you can see what I am just so much having fun with. So the site is called India Rose Crawford. So I'm going to click on it so we can go straight there. And it's Frog and Toad. I'm very nostalgic. I love the old stories, the old children's stories. Frog and Toad to me was always a super calm, like just peaceful story to read, and I always enjoyed reading it with my children, and they enjoyed it too. So this lady does these little knitted frogs, and then she makes clothes for them. But the fun part is watching the skits. I'm trying to find one. This one's not so great. Oh, look at this one's eating popcorn. Okay, this one's drinking tea with a little thimble and a croissant. It is just the most adorable thing. Oh, and this one's fun with the bees. The bees are coming in and flying in. There was a cute little video. Oh, this is like the Mr. Debonair. Darcy. Meet Frog's William Darcy. I wonder if I do this, does it get too big? No. That's too much. Then he's got his little boots, and he's got his little jacket on. OMG, I don't know why this is so therapeutic for me. I find it so adorable and cute. It's not like loud or in-your-face humor, but it's just very calming. So anyway, wanted to share that with you because it's kind of fun. If you're wondering what Claudette finds entertaining and enjoys, that's this kind of stuff. It's not always like that, but I find I do like to watch calming stuff. So, I got a story to tell you. And please tell me about things that are happening with you guys as well. This was like Monday night, I guess. Monday night, I got woken out of a dead sleep, and I heard the strangest sound. And you know when you're in a dead sleep and you're like being woken up because of a sound, it takes a while for your brain to kind of register what are you hearing. So I'm sitting there trying to navigate and wake up like, what is that? And I actually thought, like, is this like a bobcat or something? Like, it was such a weird howling, pitiful sound, and it was really loud. And the reason why it was so loud is because it was right below my window pretty near. So I finally get out of bed anyway to go see. I realized this is a sound coming from outside. And oh my God. So I look down below, and there's a fox fully like laying down, ready to pounce. He's like, he is ready. Like, you know how they're all tense before they're going to pounce? His tail is beautifully laid out. And he was like a patchwork looking fox. Like, he wasn't just one color. So I was kind of fascinated by looking at all the colors on him. But I was also horrified by what I was seeing, because he had his eye on a cat, a neighborhood cat, and I just could not believe what I was witnessing. Here was this poor cat, and it was like making that sound because it understood it was in deep trouble. And I just like, I couldn't believe what I was watching, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to help the cat. So all that came to me was like, I'm going to make a hissing sound to see if I can distract the fox. It's all I could think about what to do. So I did. And it was that strange moment, right? Like the fox immediately heard me do that, and he snapped his head or her head and looked up. And the cat, I remember like having this exchange almost, and it looked at me and it just dashed. But that fox, like I'm telling you, it's a wild animal and it has to eat, you know, to survive. It has to catch its food to survive. The cat was just no match, and I could not go to work the next day because the sound was just out of this, like it was just so difficult. I just remember like trying to wake up my husband and explain to him, and the whole time you can hear what's happening. And I knew that like I can't go and fight a fox, like, and I knew what I would see if I went down there. And so yeah, that night was tough. I had to read my book for, you know, a couple of chapters in to try to just reset myself so I could try to go back to sleep for a little bit. And that next day I stayed home. Luckily Kayla was working the day shift at the store, so I was able to stay home. And yeah, it was really, really disturbing. And I was thinking in my mind, why did you have me see something like that? Like, I'm still trying to process the reasoning behind that. But, you always know it in the back of your mind when you're seeing these neighborhood cats wandering freely around that there's the risk that could happen. We just, like my son said, Mom, it's nature. And I said, yeah, but we don't normally get to, like, have a front row seat to it all. So that was just hard to process. Yeah, enough of that. Enough of that. That's enough of that. Okay, what are we sitting at? 8:17. We got lots of time. So Dave, my husband, was saying, Claudette, why don't you do some cards? So let's do that. We're going to do some cards for a bit, and then we'll go back to talking. So I'm going to grab... People often wonder, like, what is it that you use, Claudette? This is my good old deck. It's the Golden Tarot. I've used this since the day I started learning about tarot. This is my beginner deck. It's not considered a beginner deck, but it is the one I use, and I love it. The Golden Tarot by Cat Black. And you can tell it's a little bit used, hey? So, whoever is interested, I'm going to do a past, present, and future for you. You just have to say, me please, Claudette, and I will add you, and we'll get you a reading, past, present. I just seen a crow chase a black and white cat. I've never seen that before. The cat ran under my... Yeah, that's crazy to have that kind of... I know, right? Okay, Fawn. Past, present for you. Yeah, to see a bird, it makes me think of like the big thunderbirds too, like the idea of a bird hunting. I saw something very similar what is this about? Like chasing like the vulnerable down. I don't like it. Okay, so we've got Fawn, Shannon, Jeremy. I'm writing your names down, okay, guys? B, Michelle. Oh, April, you're here. Hey, girl. All right, April, you get one. Okay, so I got Fawn, Shannon, Jeremy, B, Michelle, and April so far. So I'm going to start shuffling. See what we got going on here. All right. There. Actually, it stopped right there, so we're going to do that. And okay, so we are reading for Fawn. Oh my God! I almost straightened the image out, Fawn. It's a reversed, and I was like, oh, that's not right. So I gotta concentrate here. Another reverse. Okay, all right. So the past is showing an interesting concept. It's saying that, and it's difficult because I kind of know you. So, right, I'm just feeling like, how does that fit? Okay, so we're just going to go with it. Fawn, if you felt like you were looking for, you didn't have all the things that you needed, and I don't understand that, but you were feeling like you were lacking some skills. There were things that you didn't have that you were longing for. This is the past. You, like, yeah, so this is normally a wonderful card to have. 7 of Cups. The cups are full. They're full of wonderful things. Your life is full. You've got lots of skills, and you've got resources. Life is aplenty. But this is just the past card, Fawn, and it's talking about a lack of something. There was something missing in your life, and you were also carrying around a lot of So the present right now, oh my gosh, I love this. So for me, I see travel over the ocean because, again, it's inverted. It's not the right way. And I see you like taking your burdens with you, but I also see that a lot of those burdens are going to be relieved by the time you come back. So the present right now is you leaving, and it's upside down. So this is the card. So I see the boats and the ship in the background, and here he is holding all of those wands. And I see that as the present right now. This is your present day card. So I'm saying, and again, I feel almost like I'm cheating because I know you're going on a trip and I know you're going overseas, but you are going with a lot of burdens with you right now. You're dealing with a lot. You've got a lot going on with your family. But I want you to know you're going to return victorious. This trip is going to be incredibly good for you. It's going to really help you root what needs rooting. It's going to help you take control of your life in a way that you haven't felt like you've had before, because it's going to give you the knowledge you need. Like, it's really interesting too. Look at the crest up there. Like, I feel like for you this is a good connection. You're going to be making connections, and it's going to help you like join more threads together and give you a more solid foundation so that you return, you're going to have more peace in your life. So that's what I see for you. Yeah. I think you're going to return with a lot of possibilities. You're going to have a lot of things going on. You're going to be very connected. I think that there's some kind of cosmic connection that's going to happen for you when you're over there. All right. That is my reading for Fawn, or their reading for Fawn. Hope you loved it. Fantastic. Just the reading I needed. Okay, you got it, girl. Now, we've got Shannon. Here we go. We've got Shannon next. And it tracks with your childhood. Okay, good, because I was like, you know how sometimes you see people and you just feel like they've got it all. Like, why would I say that they're lacking something? All right. Shannon, you're usually reading for me. Guardian Dragon at the place I'm going. Well, we know you're the dragon lady, so okay, this is just going like this. For Shannon. Oh, interesting. This is a past card. And it's talking about a relationship in the past. And it was a really good relationship. So this is a healthy relationship. I feel like that in the past that you had a deep soul connection with someone. They're talking about for you like this was the person you felt like. And they felt the same thing for you. And oddly enough, I'm coming into the Temperance card, and I suppose I don't like to tell you what I get for the card because you're already going to have an idea what you think that card means. And of course, I don't always read it according to what it means. But I feel like you might be becoming interested in someone, a love interest, and I'm getting the sense that right now it's time to just, I feel like you're still cooking, Shannon. You're not quite ready to embark in that part of life where you're giving yourself up in a relationship and really opening up. I feel like for you, you're not quite ready for that. They're really asking you to just keep everything in moderation right now. Don't go off the deep end. So to me, this is present day. So someone has come across your, if they haven't, they're coming very soon where you're feeling like an attraction to them and you've been longing for it, but they're saying right now is not a good time for you to enter into a romantic relationship with someone. So I'm just interesting. Okay, so the future for you is because there's more information coming your way that you don't have. You don't have all the information you need in order to navigate a new relationship the way that they want you to. They say that, I'm seeing here like, yeah, he's holding information. So they're telling me that there's something that happened in this past relationship that you really felt like everything was going to work out for you. You had met the one. They're saying that there's still something in there that needs to be worked out, and that's the future that you're going to be doing very soon, is that you're going to be hitting kind of a low emotional point about that. Like, why can't I have love like everybody else? They do want you to have love, but they're saying there's still a healing component involved for you, Shannon, and they really want you to really go into that shadow work because it's something from your youth that has tainted your view on love. And you're actually imprinting that and looking through that lens when you're looking for your future partner. And they're saying it's not the right lens that they'd like you to look for your future partner with. Sorry, Shannon, but the good thing is like they are on target. They know you're looking for love. They know you're starting to wake up to that, like thinking, okay, I think I'm ready for this. And they're just letting you know you're getting there, but you're not quite there yet. We don't want you, because you might lose yourself in it and you might go dive into a place where you don't need to go. They're trying to save you from that, okay? So you're going to want to keep that person on friend base for a little while longer because you're going to know when it's time. But right now, there's still a little bit of work to do before we go into a relationship with someone. It's not, you're welcome, Shannon. I know these are my readings. They're not always like fluffy, but I will tell you exactly what the cards say because I'd rather know than be told something fluffy. Like for me, it allows me to navigate because I trust this. I trust the messages I get. They have never led me wrong. Let me tell you that. You're welcome, Shannon. And you've always got your girlfriends, right? Until it's time. All right, Jeremy. Here we go. Jeremy who brought me food. Oh, I love your future card. Okay. You were a traveling in your past. So when I say your past, I'm just saying for the last year or two, they're talking about you going from place to place, learning new skills, learning things. You were on an adventure and you're seeking knowledge and you're carrying knowledge with you too. You were not only getting knowledge, being given to you, but you were also sharing what you had. It was a very give and take, symbiotic relationship. And I'm not just talking about one person. I'm talking about many different places. Like you were a traveler going from place to place, learning new skills. So you weren't just getting it in one place. You were going to other places as well and learning new skills. So they're talking about that was your past. So the present card, let me just flip it around because it is upside down. So this card is right now. Interesting, Jeremy. Like this card now, they're talking about, I'm going to say the word that's coming to me. It's like blue skies ahead. I don't know what's cooking up for you, but you feel like a lot of the barriers or things that have been preventing you from moving forward, and I do believe like this is a work-related, talent-related reading. They're saying that at the present time, this is a good time for you to continue to flesh out those endeavors. That you have had a lot of things that in the past were barriers to you that are no longer there. So this is actually a really good time for you right now. It's a window, they're telling me. It's not a long window, but if you're looking to do anything new or you're going to want to take that leap of faith, this is the time right now. They've said the skies are blue and you don't have a lot of loopholes or like pitfalls that you'd have to worry about. It's looking really good for you. I'm getting a very short window of time. So when I say that, like I'm thinking like I wouldn't go any longer than a month. That if you're going to take a leap of faith of some sort, to do it within that time frame. And then your future card is really good. It's the Magician. I love that card for you. I love getting the Magician card myself. So I want to say to you, if you do take that leap of faith, there's something that you've kind of been waiting for all the ducks to align. I love how I said ducks when you're Hungry Duckling Catering. That just came out. They have a sense of humor, don't they? So the Magician card, it's saying now is the time. It's a short window. If there's something that you've been kind of holding out before you go for it, I'm saying go for it, because the Magician card is saying you've got all the skills you need. Everything is in place. They've aligned everything for you. And it's a good time to go because your future is going to benefit from going ahead. So I hope that was helpful for you, Jeremy. Aww. Oh, okay. They're saying go for it, Jeremy. That this is going to be something good for your future. And just know that it's short-lived, right? It's not a long time window of opportunity, but there is an opportunity coming your way. So if they say you have time to think about it, take that time, but don't go a day later or you're going to regret it. But every decision is the right decision for you. If you are ready to take on that new proposition or new adventure, then good for you. And if you're not, then good for you. That's okay too. Because every soul's journey is a sentient journey, and it's not for us to say whether you're choosing the right or the wrong path. No extra sugar. You got that, Shannon. No extra sugar. All right. So we've done Fawn, Shannon, Jeremy. Okay, B. Let's find out what's going on for you. I'm just going to give it another one. Here we go. For my B girl. There. Oh. Excuse me. It wanted to be in there and there. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Her past card. Oh, I love that. So right now, we're going to go to your past. It's talking about, and I'm not saying this is like 10 years in the past or anything. It's when you'll know what the timeline fits for this, but they are talking about the past has been kind to you in the sense of wealth. And I'm not saying like you're overly wealthy, but you're well cared for. You have moolah. You're able to afford a necklace if you want a necklace. And you're also thought of as somebody that's established. You are, how do I say this? They're talking about that you had like contingency funds for things. You're set in the sense that if something were to happen, you had money set aside. I'm getting that feeling like your past, you were always very careful to make sure that you were taken care of financially. This is definitely a financial card, and it's just talking about, for some reason, money, and it's saying that you were kind of the person. You took care of the money, and you would make sure that you had a way to look after things. So let's see here. The present is showing I feel like right now it's showing that you're not feeling that. The present right now is showing that there is not so much a flow happening like before. I'm feeling like there's some sort of restraint on money, or that you can go and do what you want with the money. And I don't know why this is coming out the way it is. Nobody wants to talk about money, but I'm just getting led that, and these messages are so that you know you're not alone. They see what's going on in your heart of hearts so that you can get inspired and not feel like you're going through this alone. So this is just acknowledging what's going on. They are talking about something that you used to have, you know, a good supply of, and now not so much. Or like I just keep feeling like the taps have kind of been tightened on everything. And so, yeah, it's, and I have to say that I feel like it's home related. That there's something at home related in wealth that you don't feel so wealthy right now. You feel a little bit constrained about. So the future, going forward, the way it is right now, all right. I'm really getting that you're being fed some misinformation somehow. Someone is not telling you the truth. And this misinformation is actually creating a lot of havoc. So I've got a little bit of a warning for you that I think that a little prayer would go a long ways for discernment. Someone is giving you some misinformation, and that information, whatever it is, has anchored itself in your household, and it's created this feeling of not enough, and that we've got to hunker down and look after. Do you know what I mean? And they're telling you that's not necessary. This is like self-inflicted over false information of some sort. So I'm going to leave it with you, B. That's what I'm getting. You don't have to be a prisoner to this feeling of being tight and having not the freedom to do what you want to do with the wealth that you have. And whatever that wealth is, doesn't necessarily mean money, but I feel like it is money related. I feel like someone's kind of said, oh, okay, I will leave it there, B. Sometimes we've got to have boundaries, right? So I feel like there's some boundaries that need to be done, some culling, so that information doesn't sit there and taint your household and your bliss. You're welcome. All right. We've got Michelle. Do I have Blake in here? No, Blake, I didn't have you written down. I'm writing you down right now. Okay, here we go. We've got, for Michelle, my Moonstone Queen, the one who's getting a ring when she comes on the 17th. All right, what do you have for Michelle? Ooh, I'm getting super cold, Michelle. What do they want to tell you? Interesting. Pass card. Oh, I wonder how you're going to take this. Okay, interesting. Okay, so the past card I'm getting for you. So for your past, in the past, I'm just looking here. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say here? There's a feeling of that's not enough. It's not filling my tank. I have this place. I'm sitting over here. I should be happy, but I'm not happy. This is a past card, so I'm not talking about how you feel right now. So let's be really clear about that. But there was a point in your life where, yeah, you were kind of like the social butterfly. You outwardly looked like you had it all and you were doing good. And people were around you, and you lived a good life. But there was like this sense of lack inside of you, a longing, and looking at what else could there be for me. It wasn't fulfilling enough for you, the life of the past, from in the past. And they're saying, presently, they're saying now that they're really asking you, which I find really weird because, again, I know you, but you'll know what this means, I guess. They're really asking you to hunker down. And it's a less social time for you right now because they're saying you remember what that was like in the past. You remember that feeling where I'm getting like, you weren't feeling completely fulfilled. And so now you've found that fulfillment. You're doing really well. But they're saying there needs to be some time right now for you to just slow everything down and to look at yourself and to help yourself. I'm getting a sense that they really want you to go inward. It's time to block out all the outside noise and carve out some really quiet time for you. Woo, I'm feeling my hands are lighting up. So, Michelle, for you, I feel like you're ready for a deeper connection with your team, and they are asking you to do the hermit thing. They need you to like take a step back and just kind of take your time and connect with them because they are going to help you to go on to another level, another journey of connecting. I hope that makes sense to you, because what they are going to do, if you can take that time out, maybe I know this is terrible, I don't want to say this, but I really feel like they're saying there's some things, opportunities that they're asking you not to take coming forward because you need more time at home without distractions, because they need to connect with you in a meaningful way. And I do feel like this is going to be a connection that's going to last like a series, like a week or something, where you're going to be just like dreaming and there's just going to be a lot of synchronicities and you're really going to be vibing. So I want you just to honor that opportunity. They're saying there's a great big connection time coming, like a download of information for you, a deeper level of connection, and your future, you will have even more, and I don't want to use the word skills, but you are going to be even more deeply connected with spirit, and you're going to have more insight, more clearer pictures of everything. even though you're already insightful, they want to take it to the next level. And I don't know what that is, but they're saying that they have more to teach you and they want to get more, I keep using the word like talent and skills. So there's something they want to add to your, you know, I know you read tea leaves and you read tarot, but there's something else, I guess, that you're cooking up or they want to cook up for you. And I don't specifically see you like holding or there's something cooking and they need you to check out for a little while. So I hope that is helpful for you, Michelle. All right. Hi, Heather. Welcome. We're doing card reading, so if you want a card reading, you just have to say, yes, me, please, or whatever, card, please, however you want to say it, and I'll do a past, present, and future for you, okay? So, off we go. This next one is for April. I'm just going to check off Michelle so I don't lose track here. Here we go. We've got April's cards. My girlfriend, April, whose daughter just graduated. I think, if I remember correctly, that's what I saw pictures of. The past. You had to be very strong in your past. You've been holding the fort down, and you've been very graceful doing it. You've been holding. Heather says, please. Okay, you're in there, Heather. So I'm pulling a card of strength for you, April. It's you've been at battle and you've been holding your own. You actually have faced darkness. You've crossed the valley of the dark valley, and they're showing you very triumphant. This is the past, and they're saying that you're very led. You're intuitively led. This wasn't just, you know, a luck or chance. You were navigating according to divine direction. That's what I'm getting. So this card for the present, once again, interesting. You're getting the same card as someone else did earlier. So you're feeling stifled right now. And it's interesting because you're feeling very despondent over it. You've had to, hey Cheryl, yeah, for sure. I'll pull you some cards too. Wonderful. Nice to see you. So, April, something's going on, girl, and I don't know your story right now, what's happening in the present, but I feel like you're disappointed about where you're at right now in your life. You feel like, I have been fucking fighting. I've been the badass warrior. I've done everything you've told me to do, and yet, why am I in this place at this time and not getting my needs met? So that's what I'm feeling from you right now. You're feeling a little empty inside. You feel like you should be in a different place than where you are right now, okay? So the future card, that's interesting. Okay, sorry guys, there's these little quiet spells because I'm just trying to get the message through for me for what I need to say. April, I am getting the information that they are going to fill that cup up for you coming up soon. It's interesting because they're going to bring you plenty. So I want you to hang in there. And I think okay, this is what the message is. They really want you to understand and have empathy for others. So there was this middle stage of not having enough, because they want you to be graceful in your time of plenty, okay? So that way you're not like, some people when they're having a really good day, they're very oblivious to everybody else, and they'll miss something glaringly obvious of someone in pain or someone sad, and they'll be like, oh, are you sad? And they're not even genuine about trying to connect with that person because they're just on such a high. And they feel like for you that was part of the journey before that they give you what it is that you're feeling like you're lacking right now. And I do feel almost like I'm getting a feeling like for moving, like I'm being told like moving home or something. I feel like you are going to things are going to change here for you, and you're going to have the things that you've wanted and yearned for. And don't forget the little people. When I say that, don't forget the people you leave behind as you move on into your land of plenty, because they're in their own valley and they're feeling the same things you are, or maybe they're stuck there and that's for their own soul's journey, but they're just really wanting you to have empathy and awareness and to know what it felt like to be in that place, because that's going to be important for you. I think that in a past life you were wealthy is what I'm getting, and that there was a little bit of lack of empathy going around with you. You really weren't interested too much in connecting with people, and I feel like you were in a position of ruling a group, and so looking back, you've gained some insight in how that affected other people, and that you could have been more caring and more mindful. So they just wanted to, this is part of your lesson, and I feel like you're on the cusp now of coming out of this stagnant stage that you're in, and just that this is part of your evolvement, and that I think you're going to ace it. I think you're going to be very mindful of those behind. Oh, look at me. I'm still wearing my moonstone. Let me put that down. Whew, it's warm. So, April, I hope that was helpful for you. That's what I got. That's what they want me to tell you. All right, let's go. Here we go. Next on the list is Blake. Are you ready, Blake? Let's get you your cards. Just going to throw some extras in here that weren't part of it. Past, present, and future. Past, present, and future for Blake. Let's go and see what Blake's getting. All right, Blake. Oh. Blake. Okay. This is a very simple message for you, Blake. And I know you, so it's coming in flooding for me. So I want to tell you that, yes, you've suffered a great loss. And like for me, when I see this card, it's like your mother being laid to rest right there. So that's the messaging I'm getting, the past. And she was your everything. I see the white flowers. To you, she was the perfect mother. She looked after you. She was beloved, and she's very special to you. And I know that from our conversations. I do feel like the present card here is saying that you're allowing these feelings to, there's a part of you that is not happy, Blake. And despite what I see when I see you, they're talking about there's like this silent torment inside of you. Like, I think that you have some pretty negative self-talk that's going on, and you don't have to share that with me. That's none of my business. But they're bringing your mom into this from the past. And I feel like there's some regret. There's some, and how your life has turned out possibly. And because there's just a lot of like negative talking going on in your mind. And it has prevented you from moving forward and blooming the full potential that you do have, Blake. Because there's so much more life for you to live. And what I see for your future is, I feel like there's a younger person that's going to come into your sphere of acquaintances. And this young person has a lot to teach you. It's going to be kind of like out of the mouth of babes. I think you're going to see things that you have only dreamed could be a reality in your life. Like things that you've just told yourself they are never going to be. That's not the way they should be, and that's never been my story, and that won't be my story. Now, I feel like for your mom, if I'm not sure if you told me that, but this card has a butterfly. So I want you to be very aware of butterflies, because the butterfly is going to show up at a very opportune time for you. And it's going to be your sign that your mom's aware that this interaction is happening. This new friendship with this younger person is happening. And when this is an interaction. I don't think it's a relationship with this person, but I do feel that this is about everybody deserves love. And I think for some reason, I just feel completely blocked off. So Blake, I think everybody's cheering for you. Your mom is cheering for you, and she wants you to know, when I see this cow up there in the sky, it's like when cows jump over the moon. This card has always said that to me. So I want you to think about what you've said would never be a possibility for you, because it can be a possibility. It's just what you've been telling yourself, okay? So start telling yourself every time you hear that negative messaging that that's not going to be my story, turn it around. What's the opposite of what you just told yourself? And tell yourself that, because there is somebody out there for you. I'm going to leave that with you. That's your reading, Blake. Okay. Oh, hi, Chelsea. Yeah, for sure. I will get you in there, girl. Okay. So who are we on to? I've got Heather, Cheryl, and Chelsea sitting here in queue. So the next reading is going to be for Heather. Here we go, Heather. Pulling your cards for you. I can't believe how flush and hot I am. You know what, I haven't had much experience like slamming readings like this, so it's very interesting for me, this experience. Normally I do one or two or three depending, but nothing like this. Me as well, yes. I will have time. I will make time. Okay. But I am going to stop with Chelsea because I just realized what time it is. Yeah, that's what happens, right? Time flies when you're having fun. Okay, Chelsea, let's get your... It's not for Chelsea. It's for Heather. You know what? I'm just going to give this another... I had Chelsea's energy in my head. Okay, for Heather. Okay, I want to give you this card instead. Okay. Oh, well, Heather, it's showing here that you, in the past, you had a real sense of community. You were part of like a sisterhood, everybody working together. You felt like you were part of this wonderful group of people. And this could be just that you felt connected in the city that you lived in. They're just showing that things were bountiful, and I get the feeling like if you didn't have it, Sorry, I can't believe, I'm just getting really dry throat from all this talking. You could go to the neighbor and say, I'm out of butter and I'm making these cookies. Can I get the butter? And they would give you the butter. So there was a real give and take. It was equal. Like everybody was helping each other and there was not a lot of keeping score. Everybody just, were just happily working together for the good of all. So that is the past for you. Let's see what this is. I get the sense that, okay, they're telling me like you're wondering, when is the carpet going to get pulled from under my feet? You have a sense of like, this can't last forever. I know something bad is going to happen. I did forgot to pull and see what you're... If you continue this way, Heather, you will have something bad happen and pull underneath your feet. You have the potential of just having a good life. And that's a really interesting, like, reading here. They're talking, you know how some people just... because they've had hard knocks in their life in the past, that they just have a really hard time believing when things are good, to just let them be good, and they'll actually self-sabotage themselves, like, you know, like a relationship with someone. Not saying that that's what's going on here, Heather. I'm just saying, like, I've seen it myself, like watching people that are in a relationship where the guy isn't cheating on them, but they're constantly thinking they are, or they're having the doubt that they will someday. And so that's always like permeating in the relationship. And so eventually it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, and it actually happens. So that's the energy I'm getting here, is that you have something good. And it is really your choice if you're going to embrace it or not. Because if you don't allow this experience to just accept it and say that you're worthy of it, it will end up just the way it has in the past for you, where your home is turned upside down again. And they really want you to think about what role you play in that. It does take two, but I'm really feeling like a lot of it is preventable. I don't know what this is about for you, the particulars, but that's the thread I'm getting. Yeah, I hope that is helpful for you, Heather. You hold the power, a lot more power than what you think. Okay, here we go. We are now going to Cheryl, Miss Cheryl. The lady who needs receipts. Where are the receipts? I'm just having fun now. Okay, here we go. Here we go, Cheryl. Oh. That's crazy. Interesting. So there's something you're trying to fit, like a round peg into a square hole, or something not fitting in your life, and you're frustrated. I'm getting that right off the bat. The past for you is wonderful. Family life is great. Your cups are aplenty. You even have time for a life of leisure, in the sense that you're enjoying the finer things in life. Like if you want to read a book, you go read a book. Your life is good. You're also part of a thriving community. But you know, you come and go. It's not like you're always in the throngs of stuff. You're very happy as well to have your quiet time and be alone. So it's just showing that you have, in the past, you've got a really nice, well-rounded life, and things are good for you. Now, the center card for the present right now, oddly enough, something new is coming into the world for you. Now, I feel weird saying this, but I feel like there's a baby on the horizon. Like, this is a family that already has a child. And there's a baby coming. So I don't know if it's your immediate family, but anticipate there's a baby coming. This baby is quite important. This is actually going to be a reincarnation of someone in your line that is going to come back through this child. This child is actually going to heal something in the family line. And it's going to be healed completely. That's their job. They're going to heal a wound in your family. Very interesting. There's quite an age gap. So I don't know. The person where the child, the family that they're coming into, they've already got a child that's, I would say, possibly kindergarten. So it's probably someone who's maybe, okay, I just, yeah, I always feel uncomfortable because that's so specific, Cheryl. But I am getting the feeling of a new baby, and this is present. So I feel like you're going to get some baby news if you haven't already gotten baby news. And the future. What is this card talking about? So it's going to be coming up for you a time of, what do they want me to say here? Yeah, going forward, Cheryl, I feel like you're going to be, people are going to come to you because there's like a calm sense of history and knowledge with you. So I feel as though there's going to be quite a, like the card is very peaceful, but I sense the future for you is that there are some things coming up, and it's all based with the family where things are kind of an upheaval. But I want you to know that your job right now is just to kind of hold anchor for everybody, and that it's going to almost feel like sometimes when you're giving advice or you're reacting in a situation that it's coming from somewhere else, like it's almost out of body when you're speaking and giving them advice when you're being asked for advice, or how you're acting. It might feel out of, like, normally you'd be reactive in that situation, but for some reason you're just kind of like allowing it to be. And I just want you to know that's super important, and I need you to know that it's your family line. Though there are those that are watching over you, and they're going to help you navigate what's coming up. So, yeah, this baby's interesting. It's going to be opening up some stuff. And you're going to have the benefit of wisdom and having lived a bit longer than others. And you'll have the calm. And you're also going to be guided divinely on how to navigate what happens. It's going to be like the aftermath of this child coming into the family. And know that that child is really important. I'm getting that too. They want you to really treat that child as part of the family, because they are part of the family, no matter how they arrive. All right, Cheryl, I'm leaving that with you. That's a really big one. And we're going to end with Chelsea. For you, Chelsea. right. What do we got for Chelsea? Okay. Man, this card's come up a lot. Oh boy. Man, it's funny, hey? You get a lot of similar cards when you do readings, that no matter how many you do in a day, like there'll be like a lot of similar cards. So it's talking about the past and you thinking about when you had more. You were more looked after in the sense that you had the things you needed. You had a roof over your head. You had money to spend when you wanted to spend it. It's not like you were like crazy, like over the top, had lots of money and stuff, or you lived in like a big mansion. But they are talking about you being aware and thinking about when life was easier and you had more. So that's what they're talking and bringing out. Oh, you're welcome, Cheryl. They're talking about you thinking back and looking back and missing that. And I also want to talk to you, Chelsea, just about that. I think that you're missing the point right now, and that there's someone that's been like super loyal to you. They're quiet, unassuming kind of friend, and they have been with you through it all. If you needed to call them, they're there. And despite how you're feeling like your life of lack right now, or that it's not where you want it to be, and you're like, it's showing me there's a lot going on right now. You're not in the greatest, happiest place right now. But they're saying, I get the feeling like you're missing the bigger point. You've been chasing, and there is somebody that's been like the most loyal friend. And all of this chasing has left you feeling like, for what? You're feeling empty, you're feeling lost. It's a really heavy card, and I feel like you've had to weather a whole lot of shit. And yet this person has sat there and listened to you talk about it, and they've just been quietly holding space for you as you've gone over experience after experience and the different things. They're just quietly sitting there for you. You have a loyal friend. They're sending you a message right now that this person, I'd really like you to take another look at this person and not take them for granted. And I hate saying that. I love you, Chelsea. You know that. But I feel like there's somebody that you kind of just always wash over because they're always there and they're always there for you. And they are actually, gosh, I feel like it's all like those funny, like those shows where it's that lonesome person in the corner that always pines for the leading actress, and only till the very end does it come out and this person has strong feelings for you, and they've been like, unbeknownst to the leading actress, she's not realized how much that person has done for them and is there for them, and they are actually the one for them. And that's the feeling I get for you, Chelsea. I feel like there's someone in your life that you've been overlooking because it's too easy, it's too simple. You're chasing the bad, you're chasing the high, and I hope that that makes sense to you. They're asking you to maybe correct. I feel like it's almost like an addiction for you. And it's almost like a self-deprecating kind of quality of yours that you chase after something that you know isn't good for you. And if you have the strength and the boldness and you love yourself enough, Chelsea, I would say give this guy a chance. All right. So that finishes our readings for today. Holy cow, I feel like I'm flush. All right, I did have some other stuff to talk about. So very, very quick before everybody leaves, because I'm over the time. I have a whole bunch of birthdays to talk about. So I want to say happy birthday, because today is Lynette Fritshaw's birthday, and we are going to connect with her at some point as soon as I feel confident that we're all set on this platform for remote interviews, because I would like to have Lynette come in and talk about the book she wrote. We've got our lovely Adriana Seaon. She's just such a little angel and a bright light. She used to shop at the store a lot, but now she's traveling a lot and she's grown up. So I love seeing her pictures when she's in the vehicle or having her fun adventures. I want to wish her a special happy birthday. In 2 days from now, it is Whitley Strieber's birthday. So even though Whitley and I don't know each other, I feel like I know him in the sense that he played a very pivotal part in my life and many other people's lives when it comes to E.T., UFO. He's the guy who wrote Communion, the true story about his experience. And he is hugely pivotal in me really confronting the reality of what I had gone through as a youngster and still go through. We also have a birthday wish for Felix Olivieri, and he was the film producer of In the Night Sky, I Recall a UFO, which was a super cool opportunity for me. When we were down in Arizona, we got to attend the EB Film Festival. It was part of the International UFO Congress that we used to travel every year and go meet people and learn things and connect and just try to get a grasp around what is happening. Why have there been visitations like since forever? Like it's even in Renaissance paintings and whatnot, a little picture of a flying saucer. So that is really near and dear to me, that story. And Felix Olivieri was someone that I met because he was a film producer, and he had that film, the EB Film Festival in 2013 when we were there. So we got to meet him in person. I was in one of his videos too there, really telling people to vote for his film because we'd seen it, and he ended up winning the People's Choice, which was super cool. And if you're interested in finding out more about that, you can go to on Facebook. It's called In the Night Sky, I Recall a UFO. It's just like a public page, and you can dig into it. It happened outside of New York, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of fried from all the readings. I can't exactly remember where that was. I'm getting talked right out now. And we've got a birthday wish for Dion Gerard. Dion Gerard, he's the guy who sold us our Toyota. I think it was our very first Toyota we ever got. And so I always associate him with good thoughts because he was our salesman. He treated us well. And what else do we got for birthdays? Donna Rakowski was yesterday, and she is Chris Rakowski's wife, and I got to meet her in Indianapolis. Yes, I think that's where it was. Again, this is like in the past, it's over 10 years ago. But I got to meet her. There were Canadians who were there for a function that I went down to listen to speakers and archaeologists, fringe archaeologists. And so we struck a real good friendship. And I keep in contact with them. He's a professor at a university, so that's pretty cool. And so I just want to send out a special birthday to you, Donna. And my father-in-law on the 14th is turning 91 years old. And I'm telling you, that guy he is the epitome of like a fighter. I'm always so amazed. And I think it has a lot to do with his beautiful family that surrounds him. Their family is very tight and rally around, and he just keeps, surprising us with his comeback. So happy birthday to you, Cliff. It's an honor to have you as a father-in-law. And then I have a sister-in-law as well, June 8th. Cindy just had her birthday, so happy birthday, Cindy. She's a fellow Reiki gal, so I just want to do a shout out to her. Haven't received any Dear Claudette letters, so if you want to, you can email Claudette. I think it's running around at the bottom there. Claudette at happyonmain.ca. I will look and find them. I check my trash. I check it out. So if you want to write me a letter, or there's some mailboxes outside of the shop, you can put a letter in there, or you can just leave a letter in a sealed envelope at the counter and not have anything on it. Have a friend drop it off, and I'll read that letter on air live on my show, and we can talk about it. So this week we do have, you're welcome, Chelsea. I hope it was helpful. Some of these messages were quite deep. I have a special shopping code for, there we go, Dream Quartz 11. So that's based on our whole conversation about Moonstone. I thought starting today and going until next week, June 18th. And don't forget, Fawn is coming with Crystal Dragon Soul Energies. She's going to be doing rune readings. So that's super fun. You'll want to definitely be there next week for her. Quote the word Dream Quartz 11 and I will give you 15% off in the store. That's right. All you have to do is when you're at the counter, say the word Dream Quartz 11 and I'll give you 15% off until June 18th, and then we will cycle into a different code. I also don't want you to forget, here's a reminder, we have Michelle Over the Moon, the tea leaf reader. She'll be here June 17th this weekend from 11 till 3. And we also have our wonderful Shannon, birthday girl from last week. She's coming on June 20th and 21st. She's going to be offering tarot readings, and she does like Reiki, angel healing. So if you are interested in booking with either of these people, you can reach me through Happy on Main on the Facebook page, and we'll get you booked in. You can call the store. Lots of ways to reach out, and we can get you booked in for a time. We also welcome like walk-ins, so you can show up, and we will definitely see what we can do to work it out. Some people like to leave it up to chance, and they say if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. We've also got, don't ever forget, Fawn is always here on Saturdays. She has an office here that she rents out, and she offers tarot readings. She's a Reiki master, and she's, like I said, she does the rune readings, lots of things. She's got like this aura reading machine as well, which is super interesting to see how they fluctuate the coloring and the depth and everything to your aura as you're speaking. And if ever you get the chance, it'd be fun for you to just see what that looks like when you're putting a negative thought into your mind and then seeing how it looks. It's really trippy. Yeah, talk about what's happening next show. So guys, I gotta love you and leave you, as my friend Blake says. Great readings. You're amazing. Thanks, B. Mwah! Love you guys. Dave's been telling me I need to do that. So I think we will just start making that part of our show once I'm finished gabbing about the things I want to gab with you guys. And we'll just do readings, okay? So thank you to everyone who is watching live. I love the interactions. And I also want to say thank you to everybody who catches me later. All your views matter. Your support matters to me. Don't forget to go to YouTube as well and subscribe there, because that is one place where you'll always know when a show's coming up. With Facebook, like, you'll get notification it's coming, but it's not like YouTube where it's like immediately, like a week from now, it's telling you already that I have another live coming. So I would love for you to go on there and give us a like and follow. Facebook works too, though. So to everybody, thank you. And let's be brave. I get the feeling like we all need to embrace what we are worth, okay? You're worth it. So take it, embrace it, run with it. Life should be fun, and as my session this morning in hypnotherapy reminded me, one of the big takeaways was life is too short. So quit sweating the little shit, quit making life complicated, get out there, live your best life. My God, every day is ticking by. I love you guys. I'm going to play my song. I'm going into media now. Listen to the words. And let's all be a beacon of light out there, okay? Until next Wednesday.
Sometimes it's hard to find a reason why, when everything is falling and all that's left to do is try your best to keep holding on to the next sunrise. But you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. Sometimes a mountain means it's time to climb higher than you've been before. So hold on tight and close your eyes. You'll make it faster than you know. Closer to the sunrise. 'Cause you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found. Where the light is found. Where the light is found. Where the light is found. Just look inside where light is found. You're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark around. Just look inside where light is found.